Hi everyone, my name is Courtney. I write under the pen names Lyra Parish, and I'm one half of the USA Today best-selling duo Kennedy Fox. And today we're going to talk about how I increased my word count. So, oh man, I posted this on Facebook about how I basically leveled up as an author and increased my word count in the last week and a half. And the comments were crazy. They were like, "Hal, tell me your secret." So the thing that you've all been waiting for, the number one thing that has helped me get 17 to 1800 words in an hour is to not write on my MacBook Pro. I know y'all are like, "Courtney, you are crazy." And guys, I might be. But this is the thing. I am addicted to social media. I love being in Photoshop. I don't know how to turn other things off. So my laptop is very, very distracting. And yes, I know that there are apps for that will block everything except for the things that you want it to block. But you know what? I've found ways around it because I have zero self-control. If you want to know what the app's called, it's actually called self-control. But I have worked around it because the reality is when I'm on my laptop, there are a million different things going on. There is Facebook, there is Instagram, there is Messenger, there is Photoshop, there's YouTube, there's a million different distractions. There's Spotify, but then I'll get on Spotify and I'll just search around for some songs to listen to, and the next thing I know, I've been on Spotify for 20 minutes looking for a song to add to the playlist for the chapter that I'm writing. That's a waste of time. 100% waste of time. So what I've started doing is this. Oops. This right here. This right here is my secret weapon. And I know that you're probably wondering, "Courtney, what the heck is that?" This right here is an iPad. Oh my god, I've got a million notifications. This is a wireless keyboard that I bought from Amazon for $15. It's cheap. It is clankety clank amazing. It takes some AA batteries. It's got an on-off. It connects Bluetooth to my phone or to my iPad, and I don't know what it is about this keyboard. I don't know if it's the fact that that noise and the way that the keys are actually on my fingers, like I can feel that I'm pushing them down. It's much different than a Mac keyboard, or the fact that I don't have any distractions. So basically what I do is I've got my Spotify app right here. I open up Google Documents because me and my writing partner write in Google Documents, so we can both be working at the same exact time. I also used Google Documents before I had a writing partner because I found it was easy to move between devices and not have to worry about a document being emailed and then re-downloaded and have a million different downloaded files. I will open up the Google document right here and I connect my handy dandy keyboard. I find that sprints really motivate me to not give up, to not F off, because we're trying to get as many words as we possibly can in that amount of time. I usually sprint in 30-minute to an hour sprints. Lately it's been an hour. And so what I do is I'll message one of my friends and I'll be like, "Hey, I'm signing on, I'm writing. Are you writing?" "Yes, I'm writing." "Cool, let's do this." And then we start and I just go to town. I do not have my phone by me. I turn it upside down. I do not see text messages on it. I do have Messenger back on my iPad, so I don't have to pick up my phone, but they pop up at the very top of the screen, so if you don't touch it, it disappears, and I don't touch it. When my little keyboard is in my hand, all I'm doing is writing. And you would be so surprised at how much of a difference that has made for my word count. I am 100% like zeroed in, focused on this document. And the hour is up and I look at my word count. If you go up here in the very corner of the screen, there are some dots in that corner. If I press on those dots, there's an option for word count, and then I press the word count and it tells me how many words I've got. The thing is that sometimes we're both working in the same document. Usually we're both working in the same document at the same time because we got those night owl hours. I'll see how many words that I have in the current chapter that I'm working on, and I'll highlight that entire chapter, and at the end I know how many words that I wrote with simple math. Starting a week ago, I decided that I was going to start writing on my lunch breaks, and I have a 30-minute lunch break, and it was like something in my head clicked whenever I was like, I've got 30 minutes. How much stuff can I get done in that 30 minutes? And it was light bulb moment. I know that it sounds silly, and I used to write on my lunch break quite a lot with an Alpha Smart, but guys, this right here is the Alpha Smart of 2019. Do not buy that crap. And I'll tell you why, because I had one and I wrote like 3,000 words on it, and it crashed and I never got the words off of it. Seriously, they're old machines. You can buy them on eBay for $30, but don't waste your time on it. Some people will argue with me about that, but after you lose 3,000 words, then we'll see what you have to say about it. So no, I am not a believer of Alpha Smart. That's why I'm all about Google Documents, how it's completely on the cloud, on my Google Drive forever. And no, I'm not about that Alpha Smart life. And I'm sorry for anyone who bought one of those when I was talking about them, because they suck. They suck. 3,000 words. It was horrible. I'm gonna tell you the amount of words that I wrote in the last week. I got my bullet journal. I love bullet journaling. I write down everything in here. That's our Kennedy Fox logo. You love it? On Wednesday, 30-minute time period, I got 623 words. And just previously in December, it would take me an hour to get that many words. It was on a strict deadline, so 600 words in an hour was not cutting it. And I had written 623 words in 30 minutes. And I was like, psh, my brain exploded, and I was like, why was I able to do this? I'm in my work environment. I've got people all around me. I had my AirPods in. I was writing on this keyboard, and I had my iPad. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bring this home, and I'm gonna try to replicate this to see if maybe this is the thing that's like my magical power, or if I was in the zone for that 30 minutes. So I brought it home, and that night I wrote thousands and thousands of words, to the point where I was like, this word count in Google Docs is broken. There is no way. And the second day I got 780 words. And this is in 30 minutes. On the third day, I got 756 words. So in those 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I had 2,189 words that I had written on my iPad. And I was blown away because in just 3 short lunch breaks, I had written a chapter. So on Wednesday, my total word count for the day was 1,800, and that's including the 600 I had at work. All these are. So on Thursday, I had 2,563. On Friday, I wrote 5,258 words. On Saturday, I wrote 4,153 words. On Sunday, I wrote 4,516 words. On Monday, which is a work day for me, and I usually try to hit a target of 1,500 words Monday through Friday because I'm usually pretty tired, I wrote 4,498 words. Yesterday, I really didn't write. I did a bunch of admin stuff, so the only words that I got was what I wrote during my lunch break. If you want to follow my writing journey and you need a little motivation, guys, you can follow me at Instagram at Lyra Parish. There are 2 highlights at the very top where I talk about my lunch break writing, and then also my regular writing. I update it every day that I'm writing, so then you can kind of see what my word count is like. There was a point where I got 1,785 words in 1 hour, and in December that would have taken me 3 hours to write. 3 full hours to write about 2,000 words. The fact that I had done it in an hour, and I even had time to kind of read through what I was writing, and like I didn't feel rushed, like I was completely in the zone and very focused. From that point on, I was like, I am a believer. I will no longer write on my MacBook Pro. I know I spent over $3,000 for that thing, but this right here, guys, this right here is a complete game changer for me, 100%. I think it's because I don't have all the tabs. I don't have all the applications. It's just me and my Google Documents and my Spotify and my little clankety clank $15 keyboard from Amazon. Monday to like Sunday, I had over 18,000 words that I had written. 18,000 words that I had written, and I have a day job. I have a day job where I am going to work. I'm getting up at like 7:15 every morning to get dressed, to go to work, to be there, to come home, to eat dinner, and then I start my day. I'm there from 7:30 to basically not even really starting my night till about 7 o'clock at night. So there are 12 hours of my day, counting the 5 hours that I sleep, that I am busy. It's non-negotiable time. It is not my time. So it's important for me that when I do have time to write, that I am actually writing and I am not effing off. And I easily distracted, so easily distracted. To find something that's actually working for me is just blowing my mind. And I've been telling y'all, I'm like, hey guys, like I'm writing so much and I have leveled up as an author. Like I have unlocked the secret part of my brain, and it's all because of this right here. That's it. 0 distractions. This, worth every penny. This is an iPad Pro. You do not need an iPad Pro, guys. I'm not telling you to go buy a $1,000 device. I was not using this for writing. I was using this to organize my life. And I told my husband, I said, I'm not using that iPad. I'm gonna get rid of it. I have a thing with electronics. I'm very addicted to electronics. I love electronics. So in 2019, I'm like, you know what? The electronics that I'm not using, I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna get rid of, because there's no reason for me to keep it until it's obsolete. So I was like, you know what? Actually, I'm going to start using it again. I'm going to bring it to work to write, because that's a good thing. I'm trying to quit my job in the near future. And so if I can get more words for an extra 30 minutes that I have chunked out to eat lunch, that's worth it to me. Now, you will not be able to pry this thing out of my cold, dead hands. This thing, I cannot say enough about it. And you don't need an iPad Pro. You can use the iPad that you gave your kid that like is no longer really updatable. Is that a word? Updatable? All you gotta do is get the Google Documents app, get a cheap keyboard. They have them even cheaper than $15. They really do. And go to town. It's really that simple. I think that if you get rid of your distractions and you are just 100% focused on this thing, then it's really easy to get the words. You may not get 1,700. I don't get 1,700 every time, but I've not once, since writing on my iPad, not gotten 1,000 words during a sprint. And that blows my mind. That right there is worth every penny, because that means I'm being very productive. The iPad and that keyboard has helped me so much that I finished the bonus novella that we're putting in the back of the book that releases soon. It's like a book funnel link, guys. We're not doing anything illegal with terms of service with Amazon. So you don't have to worry about that. I don't even want to get a comment about that. It's not like that. Disclaimer, I have 3 chapters to write in the series that we're doing for our newsletter, and I have 3 chapters to write in the book that releases in April. And there's still 8 days left in the month. So that's me being super productive. This book that I'm about to be finished writing on, that I have 3 chapters left, like we plan to finish that in the middle of February. And I will finish it before February. I will finish it this weekend. And it's all because I started writing on the iPad with a Bluetooth keyboard. Now, I will not edit on the iPad. The only thing I will ever do on the iPad is write. I don't feel like it's the type of thing that you can replace having for a laptop, because I use Photoshop way too much, and I do other things on my laptop that I need, and the iPad is not going to cut it for that. But just as a writing device to help you level up, I would say 100%, 10 out of 10, I would recommend it, 100%. So for all of you that were waiting for this video, I hope that it's not a disappointment. I hope that this helps you, and maybe you have an iPad just lying around that you're like, oh, I'm never gonna use that thing. You know, it's collecting dust. Doesn't even have to be an Apple device, guys. There are other little Android tablets that you can use that do the same thing. As long as you can get the Google Documents app and you can connect a Bluetooth keyboard to it, go for it. Try it out. See if it works for you. But for me, I have 100% leveled up on my word count, and I'm so happy that I tried it and that I'm doing it, and it's a part of my process now. If y'all have any questions about this, please feel free to leave them below. I try to reply back to all of the comments that are left on my videos. And so yeah, that's all I have. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to do that. You can click the little bell. You know what it does. It lets you know when I post another video. I appreciate you being here, and I hope you have an amazing week. You accomplish all your goals and you keep on writing. I'll see you again in my next video.